Good evening. Welcome to Investigator News, and this is News and Trivia Night. Boy, my favorite night. Am I blurry or is it just me? Huh. Well, hopefully I don't stay. Well, I'm having computer problems from Hades. Yeah. Am I blurry, Karen? Or is it just me? Oh, who cares? I got great news. Uh, uh, I know everybody's been hearing about it all day on the news, but I'm just gloating about this. Call him out finally. Our new president, Mr. Peters. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. A little blurry. I don't want to go back out and come back in. So you guys are just put up with me a little blurry. I'll be out of the view anyway for a while. Um, yeah, our new president, Mr. Peters, Robert Peters. Have you heard about him yet, Karen? Or if you guys haven't heard, do anybody know who that is? Yeah, according to documents. Yeah, uncovered from National Archives and emails from Comer. Biden's laptop. Robert L. Peters, appears to be a synonym for our president. I want to start calling him Mr. Peters. Uh, you know, uh, yeah. That's not the only one he uses, but I guess it's a prominent one. And what a liar he is. He lies, he cheats, and don't let Jill get away with this. Don't let the first lady get away with this. She knows about it. She's getting paid too. They're trying to hide communications from prying eyes or public records request. Now, now we know why they went and scooped up all them documents from everywhere he was had them, because more than likely it's going to uncover Mr. Peters. I wonder if Obama had a special name too, like Mr. Wilson or something. Yeah, the whole family lies. Yeah, and now the committee chairman of the oversight, James Comer, is now demanding the National Archives turn over all the documents, everything. Uh, and he's going to take it in front of a judge if he has to. Um, I think I have a feeling Devin Archer's the one that turned all this in because, they charged him over there in Ukraine. I don't know why he didn't say it on the interviews, but he was charged over in Ukraine for Burisma, and they didn't save him. They didn't even want to answer his phone calls. Uh, the Peters family. I like that. Yeah, don't call him that other B name. Let's just call him Mr. Peters from now on. Make it go viral and make him eat his name. From uh, him being connected to the KKK, not wanting his daughter to go to school with anybody with dark skin, and he's racist. Um, his best buddy was the Grand Dragon of the KKK, and that's who he hung out with. They're all dirty. Boy, we need a hurricane to hit DC. Maybe he'll clean it up too. Get the soap. Yeah. um, you know, um, the whole thing with Burisma. I know I did the show on Burisma, and you know, it was so crooked what they were doing. I mean, it was from day one. Uh, that Obama had to see that clip of him saying, if they don't pay up, then fire him or fire that prosecution, and they did. Wow, really? Oh, well, you know what the other good news is? Remember that Fulton County prosecutor, Miss Fanny? Oh yeah, she's in some trouble. I'm liking this, and it looks like um, Colton Moore, Georgia State Senator. He's in District 53. Um, he is going to go after her. He said, I'm officially calling for an emergency session to review the actions of Fannie Willis. America is under attack, and I'm not going to sit back and watch as radical left prosecutors politically target political opponents. Folks, call this guy. Um, uh, Look him up. It's Colton Moore, and he's Georgia State Senator. Call him up and back him up on this. That's what we need. We need more senators and others in these states to come out and start saying something. Enough is enough. Did you guys hear that one? Oh boy, I was excited on that. Um, Nancy Pelosi, her federal building in San Francisco. Um, they told them to stay home because the crime rate's too high and it's too dangerous for them to go to work now. Well, didn't she create that? Come on, Nancy. They're not that bad. Just a few homeless, a few drug addicts, a few needles. They'll be okay. They could go to work. They could park their car in a semi high crime rate. No, I'm having fun with this news today, folks. I mean, I'm just giddy over all this, except for the next one. I'm not too giddy on that one, but I'll tell you about it. But yeah, so workers stay home. It says Nancy Pelosi, her head office lady. It's too dangerous. I thought I thought San Francisco was just like the place to take your kids. Boy, wow. Did you see the Fulton County one? Is that what you're talking about, Karen? Is the Fulton County um, interview with this prosecutor that wants to go after Fannie? Boy, I've been calling her up saying, what about Stacey Abrams? She did way worse. She still claims she's governor and said she was cheated. How come she's not getting charged? And she's only Miss Fannie Willis is only doing this for money for her campaign. I don't think she should be allowed to do that. I think she needs to be charged for a type of bribery. You know, wow. This is, I maybe we do have some GOP with a little bit of backbone. Okay, so the one I didn't like that I found real important, I wanted to go over with you guys, is um, Iran is close to testing nuclear weapons for the first time. This is from European intel, and they are about 80%. They say maybe even 90%. Um, and they said, they possibly could get one built at this point. Um, and what are they going to do with it? We don't know. We don't know if they're going to send it towards Israel, or are they going to give it to Hamas or Hezbollah? Are they going to give it to um, Iran? Not Iran. Give it to Pakistan or one of the other ones. Um, I feel for the people over there in the Middle East right now because, there's some really decent folks in Iran, Afghanistan, Pakistan, um, Saudi, Iraq. Not all the people are bad. It's the government. It's like ours. They're corrupted. Um, so Iran is very close, and it's very worrisome to a lot of the Middle East. Uh, uh, the Middle East Media Research Institute, and they first published this and the intelligence of documents on its website. Um, so that was from the Jerusalem Post. Um, and they are saying the intelligence findings from the Netherlands, Sweden, and Germany. So it wasn't just one European country; it was three of them. And they said um, basically a lot of the Netherlands is the one that gathered up the general intelligence on this. So Iran's regime is fast moving development of weapons grade uranium, and it brings the option on the table now that Iranians' first nuclear test is closer than even Israel thought, they said. So, oh, okay. Chicago mayor, guess what? And they're going to start doing this in these other ones where we're unloading these migrants. They want to float the idea, even though it was only meant for the city, for sanctuary city. They now wanted to move them to the suburbs. We knew about it. They're wanting to put them in gymnasiums. They're wanting to put them at the schools. The schools starting back up. The sports centers. They want to any available building that they can, especially sports centers. They want to start putting them in. What happened to tent cities? That's what they do in other countries, and we're okay with it. I mean, I'm not being mean, folks. I don't mean to be like sound like I'm being mean, but they have them in all the countries, and they can really keep a good eye on it. Um, and tent cities isn't just one little tent for like hundreds of people. They do individual tents, and they have food that can be delivered there. Um, they try to keep sanitary stations so that it's not out of control. Putting them in a big gymnasium like that is just too much. Uh, all right, let's see if I can get my trivia up. Hope you guys are good at song lyrics because that's what it is tonight. And I had fun doing this because some of them I knew and some of them I had no clue. I mean, I know I ad lib a lot to songs, so I don't really have the correct words for a lot of songs. Um, uh, I can't even think of a song that I've ad libbed to. But if I don't know what the words are, I just add my own. And oh, come on now, let's not. Uh, all right, let's try this. So, what do you think of Mr. Roberts Peters? I'm sorry, Robert. It's Robert L. Peters. I think we ought to throw his name up everywhere and rename him. You know. Um, I've heard Susan. That's a good one right there. Um, do you have any news on Biden bringing back masks and lockdowns again? I heard TSA and Border Patrol whistleblowers said September they have to wear masks, including plane crews. Now, I heard about that, but that's all. I haven't heard any more on it. I'm kind of waiting to see is this a real thing that's going on? Because I know the UK is getting hit really hard with a new wave of a pandemic. Why is this? There it goes. I was just like, why is it not coming up? Okay, let's open this thing up. There we go. Um, but no, as I mean, at the borders, they have had so many diseases come over the border. I think they're just now having to be cautious because now that we've got so many migrants, all of the concentrated areas around the United States that have a massive amount of migrants are now starting to see the pandemic start all over again. And that was one of the biggest things um, that the GOP was upset over. Now, they did get a bill passed in Congress that could keep them on in Mexico again. And it's still got to go through the Senate. I don't know if you guys heard that. It was like, I'm going to say yesterday or the day before. Uh, McCarthy came out and was talking about that they went ahead and they did get it passed through Congress, but not necessarily through Senate. So now we got to wait again. All right. So play. What is it? Did William escape on you guys tonight? I figured William would be right in here because he knows song lyrics. I bet you he's gonna outsing you guys. And oh, I don't know. We'll have to ask if he. Oh, there it will. There it will. There's Will. There's William. William, do you sing on key when you sing? If I'm playing around, I'll sing off key on purpose. Just because it's just me. All right, let's get on with the first one. So these are song lyrics, and I'll try to guide you through these. All right, so the first one. Uh, okay, this it's from What a Wonderful World. Okay, the colors of the rainbow, so pretty in what? What's the last two words? The colors of the rainbow, so pretty in, huh? You're pitch perfect. He's got a great voice. I bet you he sings like. Did you guys did wasn't it Tom Jones that just died? I think over the last weekend, or I think he recently passed. Tom Jones. Um, what a wonderful world. The colors of the rainbow, so pretty in. Yeah, start singing it, folks. Start singing it. Um, So, um, I want to go on to the next one. The Army destroys a World War II landmine found by a hiker in the Colorado forest near Camp Hale. The Army has deployed an explosive demolition team and has destroyed a World War II era landmine found by a hiker in the White River National Forest near Camp Hale. The hiker contacted the sheriff's deputies and told them about a gray metal device with some yellow letters on it and appeared to be an old landmine. Wow. What? How does that happen? Why, William? Um, uh, Karen's. I'm going to stump you guys today. Yeah, talking talking throws you off. Well, the colors of the rainbow. So, and I'm not going to sing it because then you guys would catch it. If I sang it with the alphabet song, maybe it might throw you too. William, why would there be a World War II mine in Colorado? Okay, y'all don't know? All right. Some of these are real hard. Some of these are so hard. And the answer is so pretty in the sky. You were close. William, you said blue. That's sky. It was close. All right, let's go to the next one. Some of these you guys are going to get, some of them are going to be really hard, unless you know the song. All right, Piano Man. Son, can you play me a memory? I'm not really sure. What's the rest of it? Son, can you play me a memory? I'm not really sure. There's a few words after that. I know I hummed out the first one and I went, huh, maybe I don't know the song. I could howl right along with it and sing it until now. Son, can you play me a memory? I'm not really sure. This is going to be fun tonight for people watching because we get quite a few that watch. And last week I did put it out, put just the video on our Facebook page. Uh, and share it, play, invite people over and watch a movie and play a little bit of trivia. Um, so, and I asked William a question about this um, a landmine found in okay the landmine in Colorado near a Camp Hale, I think is what it said. All right, uh, and the answer is how it goes. How it goes. Karen, Susan, you know the song, huh? You're like me. You sang the first one and went, huh? Uh, Karen knew it. Karen knew it. Oh boy, this is gonna be a tough trivia for you guys. All right, on to the next one. I'm gonna do a lot of trivia and a little bit of news tonight. Um, all right, Annie's song. You fill up my senses like a storm in the desert, like a sleepy, like a sleepy, yeah. You fill up my senses like a storm in the desert, like a sleepy. These are tough. Yeah, well, um, everybody just, I bet you guys are going to have to peek on each other's papers. I almost had William on to tell me about the Colorado landmine. I thought he'd peek at the answers if he was, if I had him on the telephone. So, all right. The Soros Foundation, I think I could say this. It's going to grow broader globally now. He's going to start moving a lot of his offices from the United States into other countries to help them. Don't laugh. Is it scary or what? Put it down in the comments what you think globally. I mean, I know Europe will open arm him, except for Hungary. Um, this the UK, Australia. The sky's the limit for him. All right, so you fill up my senses like a storm in the desert, like a sleepy. Like I said, you really got to know these songs. How many people know what it is? Blue ocean is the answer. A sleepy blue ocean. All right. I will survive. I should have changed that stupid lock. I should have made you leave. What? I'll give you a hint. It's an item. I don't think it was his shoes or shirt, though. This one, I had no clue. Some of these, I should have changed that stupid lock. I should have made you leave. So I don't want to stay. Now get this: an IRS agent was shot during one of their training sessions. They've armed them, and they have to go through a lot of training. Well, one of them got shot. This is why this isn't good. This isn't good. He was fatally shot during a training session at a gun range in Phoenix. IRS, this was Thursday, yesterday, during a routine training exercise. The incident occurred at the Federal Correction Institute in Phoenix firing range. The agent was seriously in condition when the police department arrived. As of Friday morning, the agent who died shortly after arriving at the Honor Health Deer Valley Medical Center is yet to be identified. The Federal Bureau of Prisons says multiple federal agencies were using the range through with an agreement that they had made, but that's none of its agents were injured in the incident. Just the one IRS agent, not the FBI. Poor range. Something. I mean, because usually they have tables lined up and, you shoot at targets and you don't leave the table to go get no targets. I mean, there's a certain time when they do that. But usually everybody's to put their guns down, and it's usually arranged. If this was something that was set up with the FBI, You would think they would safety, big time safety. All right, so no one knows what I will survive was. All right, I should have changed that stupid lock. I should have made you leave your key. I told you it was an item. See, I didn't. I had no clue what this one was. All right, on to the next one. The candle in the wind. Your candle burnt out long before, and this is a big sentence. I think something about a legend. I'll give you a hint on that. Something about a legend. Um, your candle burnt out long before. And let's see if you guys know that one. Heck, I'm almost done here. Um, Now, I told everybody about um, the Maui fire. They're saying it could have been electrical wires. Let me pull it up and then I have to go back a few. Um, they're saying that they heard a buzz. It was almost like somebody lit a firework. The resort worker recalled live line sizzling and popping on dry grass outside his home. And then he's seen it, a bigger pile up later, a few minutes later. And then he didn't see smoke for a while. And then it was within a matter of minutes, he said. Everything just engulfed. I don't know. You know, me and William talked about this on Wednesday. It could have been. It could be anything. Um, um, okay, candle in the wind. See, I didn't even know this one. Susan, I'm probably only got one of these so far. Um, I had no clue with this. You don't know any of these? Your legend ever did. Your legend. Karen's just kicking buns tonight. Yeah. Karen must listen to the radio a lot and sing in the car, don't you, Karen? Yeah, if you jump on in if you're watching, even if you're watching this tomorrow or Saturday or Sunday or Monday or any time after we play, put it down in the comments for the show, or even when I post this, just the video, put your answers in there. Maybe you might whoop Karen. She's leading the way tonight. All right, and the next one. Now this is kind of a new one. Gangsta's Paradise. People, these young ones are going to make fun of me on that one. Been spending most of their lives living where? Living where? I'll give you a big lead on that one. Um, Now, Mark Meadows, he was one that was part of that indictment in Georgia with Trump. Well, he moved his to the federal court because so it would be fair. Well, now it looks like Trump might be doing the same thing because of how prejudiced the the judges are and of not being able to get a fair jury. Now, one of his lawyers had done a poll. They gathered up like 200 people and asked them uh, if they were on the jury, how many of them would go after Trump and indict him or punish him. And 150 of them raised their hand. And the other 50 wanted to hear about it, but more than likely they would. Now, when they asked him how many were liberals or Democrats, 180 of them raised their hand. And that's random picking. So you know he's not going to get a fair. Um, ah, and Hello to Jeffrey Davis. Welcome to the show. We put you on there. Nah, what, Jeffrey? Come on, Jeffrey, jump in there and give me a line there on what you think. So welcome to the show, and don't be mean. We're having fun here tonight. Boy, we've had a few that come in here and just r. Yeah, we're having fun. So, but you welcome, Jeffrey. Um, Karen, you know, Susan, the only reason why I knew the line in this is another one I knew. It's only because my son wore it out. Yeah, him. It was either him or my daughter. All right, so here we go. Don't worry, they're not that. They're gonna get better as they go. All right, living in gangsta's paradise. Uh, so let's go on to the next one before Susan starts throwing popcorn at me. All right, total eclipse of the heart. Once upon a time, I was falling in love, but now I'm only. So, so unlike Democrats to see things through a political lens. That's right. There you go. Also, your. There you go. That's uh, what was that sheriff's name? I'm bad with names and everything and movies. Had Burt Reynolds in it. The fast car, the Firebird, wasn't it, or was it a Camaro? Yeah, he's. See, Susan knew one. There you go, Susan. uh, yeah, the Democrats see this thing. I've done so many shows, Jeffrey, that um, I have learned through history and taking a lot of history classes and courses and everything that they have been wanting to do this since they became a party in the 1800s. So, all right, William, did you know this one? What happened to William? All right. The answer is falling apart. Answer was falling apart. All right, let's get to the next one. Come on, let's jump in. And this is nothing compares to you. It's been 7 hours and 15 days since you took your. You ought to look Google or Yahoo it or Ducky whatever, stream it or whatever they have out there for a search engine and see, is a lot of them you now Miss Mickey, she'll give you the answers, William, you just ask her. So but no, look it up, look it up. And um what I was saying with the Democrats and liberals, I don't mean to be so tough on them because there are some decent Democrats out there. I've met them in town, and they're like, "Oh no, I don't even like what they're doing. They're fixing to go independent." So, um, wow, when you have moderate Democrats fixing to go to an independent party, I think that's what um, quite a few of the Democrat senators and congressmen are going to start doing. They're just tired of it. Who wants to hang out with AOC? And what about Mr. Peters? Yeah, Mr. Peters, our new president. All right, nothing compares to you. It's been 7 hours and 15 days since you took your. Answer is love away. Love away. It was love. Yeah. Well, William, you jumped in there pretty quick. So, um, Karen, are you peeking or googling or what? Karen's on this tonight. I figured I'd get a hard one. All right. Now, here we go. We got a few lyrics or a chorus. What about one bourbon, one scotch, and what? This was part of a chorus. One bourbon, one scotch. Ah, Jeffrey jumped in there. See, Jeffrey's going to get in there and he's going to catch up. You watch. Watch out, Karen. Jeffrey might catch up to you. I think everyone knows this one. All right. One bourbon, one scotch, and one one beer. Yeah, one beer. All right, and then the next one. This is Surrender is by Cheap Trick. Mommy's all right, daddy's all right. They just seem a little what? I see. I knew this one because I'm a big Cheap Trick fan. I got to see him about 10 years ago at the casino down in Hot Springs. Man, I was like, wow, all these people that come into the concert are old. Then I thought about it. I was like, yeah, I'm old too. Yeah. And boy, you could buy beer and then go in and watch, or, beer or wine. Wow, that's something we didn't get to do when I used to watch them in the 70s. So I think everyone got this one too. Was the beer warm? I don't know. Did anybody drink warm beer? I think they're going to start doing that with the Bud Light. Bud Light messed up so bad. I think it's just warm at this point. I don't know if they're gonna even uh well, Karen, they did have sodas they could sell. They just didn't do hard liquor. You had to go into the bar and then they wouldn't let you bring the drinks in. You could only get beer and wine, where they did it how they did it for the concert. But it was so weird to watch people bringing in drinks. And then everybody was so old. They were all gray. you, no, you shouldn't have done that. We all drank Tony's beers. Yeah, and she was like, we drank her beers and I threw out her Jello shots. So good old Rocky Mountain piss water. Yeah. All right. So here we go. I think everyone got this one right. So Surrender by Cheap Trick. The answer is weird. Yeah, they all seem a little weird. Uh, all right. Wish You Were Here by Pink Floyd. We're just two lost souls swimming what? Uh, Year after year. So this is the middle of a chorus. A lot of these are choruses right now. So we're just two lost souls swimming where or what? Who? Year after year. Everybody knows this one. I think everyone's going to know this one. Over there in Facebook. Come on, Facebook viewers. Throw it in there. Throw your answers in there. Where's DB tonight? He would whoop you, Karen. He would know it before I even read the question, I bet. He's really good. I see him on Facebook, folks. He seems to be doing okay. He's been sick and treatments, and but he's doing good. He's still handsome as ever. All right, so here we go. And the answer, in a fish bowl. In a fish bowl was the answer. So, um, Susan, now just cover Karen's eyes for the next few and you could catch up. Yeah, you catch up on her. And the next one, and I'll do another news report. See, you guys are getting them now that I'm not doing news. Okay, Magic Carpet Ride. Why don't you come with me, little girl? Why don't you come with me, little girl? With Magic Carpet Ride. What is it? All right. Um, Oh, oh boy, this one, I love this one here. I laughed. It's getting serious. Now the LA Times kicks off Dim's uh, Dump Harris movement. The LA Times does not like Kamala Harris. They must have heard what she did with Bobby Brown. They should know they're in LA. I mean, are they getting uh, are they getting wise and remembering? Maybe some of them old journalists and that work for the LA Times is telling them what I told you guys about her. Yeah, I mean, we all knew it in California. She slept her way to the top. Bobby Brown, Willie Brown helped her. You know, uh, tore up his marriage, and oh my goodness, and she was a pothead back then too. She was a big pothead, and giggly, and nobody liked her. All right. So the answer, I think everyone got this one. Karen's still zooming. Karen is still zooming ahead. On a magic carpet ride. On a magic carpet ride. Okay, now love me tender, love me true. All my what? Fulfilled. For my darling, I love you and I always will. Um, what is it? See, I didn't know this one either, Susan. So you got one on me. You were able to answer. I had no clue, but I wasn't big Elvis. Elvis did those beach movies, and I liked um, Frankie Avalon and what's her face, Annette, was it Annette Funicello? Frankie and Annette. Yeah, I watch those movies with the music that comes out of nowhere. Okay. Uh, and I'm showing my age. It was my sister. It was my sister. She liked those kind of movies. She didn't like Elvis though. All right, the answer is dreams. Answer is dreams. All right. Now, oh boy. Now this is the Beatles song, Michelle. What's after Michelle? And I ain't even going to try to read French, folks. Now, if I was singing the song, I probably could say it. Sans les mon que montre ben ensemble, right? How to stuff a wild bikini. Okay, Susan and William, get your answers in there. Um, so here the LA Times is gonna not like Kamala Harris. I don't even know why they liked her in the first place. Um, 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 hmm. Well, I think I got the news part. We just got to finish up. No clue. No clue. Well, some of you got it kind of right. I'm going to probably give you the point for it. Um, it's Ma Bell. See, I always thought it was My Bell. That's how I always sang it. But it's actually pronounced, because of French, Ma Bell. It just sounds like my. Harris is only a giggle from falling apart and being put in a straitjacket. We didn't like her out there. Nobody voted for her. I don't even know how she got ahead, except for she got real popular uh, with the mayor. Then she was dating all kinds of men, Montel and I listed on the show the other day. Jeffrey, if you didn't see it, you might go back and watch. It was the day I ratted out all the politicians in my, I think, a 5-part series. So, all right. So, who had this? Okay. William didn't. He didn't have a clue. All right. Okay. This is Goodbye Ruby Tuesday. Who could hang a name on you when you change with every what? Still, I'm gonna miss you. Yeah, a great Ruby Tuesday song. Now, I don't know why Ruby Tuesday didn't use that for the commercials, get the rights for it, because it'd have been a great Ruby Tuesday restaurant song. So, boy, Karen, Jeffrey could be um, competition. He's getting this before you could type it. He must type fast. You don't know this one, Susan? It's a Stones. Oh man, I pulled I'm going to do my funny post this weekend, and I pulled one for one of the Rolling Stones, and I had to crack up about it. Oh boy. So, uh, you don't know? Okay, William didn't jump in there yet, and the answer is New Day. Yeah, New Day. Yeah, still I'm going to miss you. Okay. You may say I'm a dreamer, but I'm not the only one. I hope someday you'll join us and we'll be as one. What is it? It's another Beatle hit. Well, it's a John Lennon hit. I can't even remember the name of the song. Isn't it Dreamer? I'm a Dreamer or something like that. But anyway, it says, you may say I'm a dreamer, but I'm not the only one. I hope someday you'll join us and we'll be as one. Is it Imagine? No, I'm not sure. Uh, I have too many songs going through my head, and it would just mess me up if I try to figure it out. Um, mm, okay. You don't like the Stones, Susan? No, Karen. My sisters didn't like the Stones. She liked the Beatles and one of the other ones. Um, Now my brother, he did the Stones and I don't know, another group. Like Credence Clear Credence CCR. There you go. So, all right, what is it? And I think it is Imagine. You're right, Jeffrey. All right, and the answer is the world. The world will be as one. All right, on to the next one. Every rose, this is every rose. Every rose has its thorn, just like the night has its, just like every cowboy sings his sad, sad song. So every night has its what? See, I didn't know this one either. I knew the song. I just didn't know what the word was. I had no clue. So, okay, we're almost to the end. All right, here we go. Answer is dawn. Answer is dawn. Okay, don't stop believing. Okay, is the song just a small town girl living in a lonely world? She took the midnight train going. Now, I had this one wrong because, it could be. I got to think on that one because it's, yeah, yeah. I can't even give you guys a hint because if I say it, then y'all will know it. So I can give you like three choices it could be. It's so just a small town girl living in a lonely world. She took the midnight train going, and we got nowheres coming up. Karen's changing it. Yeah, anybody else want to change? Because I mean, you got to kind of because it's a you got to sing it in your head. I'll let y'all change if you want. I'll give you a few minutes. Sing it in your head. Who was it that did was it Delta Dawn? For some reason, I seen Dawn, for that last one, and I was thinking Delta Dawn came up in my head. Um, was that Helen Reddy that did that, or I don't know. All right, we're gonna go ahead and push this through. Everybody's good to go with their answers, and the answer is anywhere, anywhere. I said somewhere. I was way off, and that is it. Tony Orlando did Delta Dawn. I don't know. I'm so bad with this stuff. That's why I don't play trivia. All right. So we have all right. We had Jeffrey. You got 8. You did pretty good. You matched up with William with 8. Susan had 7, and of course we know who won. Um, uh, let's see. All right, way to go with Karen. Uh, she got it with 15. It was that warm beer, wasn't it, Karen? Okay, folks, have a great weekend and go catch a movie or go get one at a Redbox and invite some people over. And, maybe if you got Facebook and you've got investigators on your Facebook, I'll throw this out there and maybe you can just go through and re-answer. You invite someone over because now that you know all the answers for it, you can say, you can whoop their buns. All right, subscribe and like and hit that bell for sure. Um, we need a lot more viewers on YouTube. And so with that, folks, have a great weekend. William always says, fill those churches up on Sunday. You guys have a great one, and we'll see you on Monday. Bye-bye, folks.